Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit dixiechopper.com.
So we have a 138,000 square foot building that's been sitting vacant for at least 20 years. And we have a developer super dedicated to our community who is interested in redeveloping, I should say, a 3-story mixed-use development. The top 2 floors are going to be apartments. The first floor is going to be commercial space and some short-term rentals. I think it's going to be at least 60 units. There'll be a range of sizes. It'll go from studios on up. So it'll drive a lot more residential opportunity in the downtown area. These will be the newest apartments in downtown. We have not had a lot of brand new apartments. It's a redevelopment, but the inside will be completely gutted and they'll be beautiful. It's been vacant for a long time. Previous to that, it was a shoe factory. Previous to that, it was a wire manufacturing facility. And so the closure of the building, when the new owners bought the building, closed on the building, the first thing they had to do was replace the roof. So it had been leaking and there was grass growing on the second floor of the building. So the first thing they did is put millions of dollars into replacing the roof and the flooring and some of the structural beams on the inside of it. So while Lancaster residents will say, there hasn't been a lot of action at that site, it's mostly inside, it's the not sexy part of redevelopment. This project's been underway since before 2022. In late 2022, the developers announced that they had received TMUD funding from the state. That's Transformational Mixed Use Development. That's been extremely helpful. This project overall is set at about $20 million. So the TMUD funds will help. They've utilized historic tax credits, the sales tax credit from the Port Authority. They've also utilized funds from the county land bank. So this has been a long labor of love of trying to layer and find ways to keep the project going. It has been a rocky redevelopment, as most redevelopments typically are. And they have Urban Restoration as the developer, they have just persevered and they will not give up on this building. Yeah, so we actually have a new timeline. They closed on the building in maybe late 2023 and were able to start replacing the roof. And they had set a timeline, but with many redevelopments, with many projects, timelines get thrown away. There's a current timeline, spring of 2026, they will be open. Tenants will be in both residential and commercial. And they are working with a new partner, Daimler. Daimler's going to do the construction. And I think that will help speed things up. Daimler is much bigger and has the capacity to really take this on. So, we need housing of all types. We need small, affordable housing. We need large estates. Income-aligned housing, it does not mean it is for people who cannot afford something. Everybody needs income-aligned housing. I need housing that meets my income. This is going to meet market rate needs. It's also going to drive development into downtown. It's going to give more opportunity for people to live and work downtown. I know a good handful of people that that live downtown, and there's just been this growing desire for more and more people to be able to have that opportunity. This is located at Columbus and Mulberry. So if you are on Main Street in the heart of downtown, you just head north 2 blocks to the corner of Columbus and Mulberry. It very well could be. However, a lot of the action is going to happen on the inside. So we just took a tour last week with the mayor and some other downtown leadership. They're already cutting into the ground, putting in utilities. They're doing so much more on the inside that you just don't see on the outside. As we're walking up to the building, we're trying to figure out how, what door are we meeting everybody? And then we walk in and it's kind of mind-blowing, all the work that's happening on the inside. We've got a lot of housing coming on in the pipeline. We have industrial land that's ready to be developed. We have certified sites that are ready to be developed. So I'm excited for the future to see who comes to our community. I'm excited to be able to provide more job opportunities for people in and outside of Lancaster. I'm also excited that with those job opportunities comes workforce development opportunities, and we work really closely with our county workforce center. So I know when I have a company considering our community, I know that I can also offer them workforce options to help them upskill their workforce, and that's a great benefit to everybody who lives here. Lancaster is growing, continues to grow. Population is rising, and we are at the city. We're trying to really meet the needs of the citizens. So our priorities are residences, jobs, and then how to get people to and from those things. But we also want to create a place, an environment that is fun to be in. So that's why it's one of the reasons why this project is really exciting. Our downtown is a really fun place to be, whether you live here, whether you live downtown even or not. So I think this is going to offer citizens many opportunities. This gives them the opportunity to live downtown, gives them the opportunity to do more fun things downtown. Since we're going to have the first floor is all going to be commercial except for some small Airbnbs. But I think this is a great opportunity for everyone who lives here.